Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grigsby's War in the East as we continue. So, turn 9. Turn 9 is going to be one of those decisive turns, really. It's going to be a turn where a lot can happen or a lot can go wrong. The ultimate objective here is to begin the push towards Lake Ladoga. We must arrive at least at Novaya Ladoga, or best case scenario would be Savitsa. Savitsa? That would be the ultimate objective. We could get to there. We ultimately deny Leningrad any kind of supply opportunity from the rest of the Soviet Union. We deny reinforcements, we deny them everything. We will take from them everything and we will give nothing. Right then, so the situation over here is rather interesting. Okay. Right, these two divisions I will send back to deal with the garrison at Hanko. That should be far more than sufficient, really, for that task. Do I not have the rails here? I do not have the rails here yet. I do from here, though, so I can move over to that area, and then we can get moving. I'm going to move this headquarters a little bit. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay. We'll do some reconnaissance first. Now we're going to hit the airfields. Hopefully we can pull off some... Yep, there we go. Hell of a lot over here, actually. Hell of a lot. Heavy losses for the Soviets. Oh, we took a lot of losses in that last raid. 21, wasn't it? Ouch. Right, lots of losses in the center. Okay, wow. So we lost about 100 planes to their 527. That is... that was quite a hefty turn. I mean, that was the largest loss of aircraft for ourselves since the start of the campaign. But I think that was worth it. Another 527 planes. I mean, nowhere near the amount of losses inflicted on the first turn. But that's still a hefty number of planes gone, especially fighter bombers. Love bombers are gone as well, tacticals not so much. A few transports. But yeah, lots of fighter bombers. That's what we need to take out, really. Their ability to fight is in the air. So you can see that's taken them down to 4,705 planes. So that's good news. Righty. Yep, there's your headquarters. That's good news. So we're going to have these forces moved over to Hanko. We'll take out the garrison there at Hanko. Now we call command. Yes, these divisions should be far more than sufficient. There we go. This will be next turn, however, so I will have this division assigned to this command here, which is actually free, so that's quite nice. Okay. Now I can't really do any more damage over here as I can't attack. Which is a shame. Now we move these forces. I will have these men over here assigned to this command. So this is the... There we go. Oh. Lovely. They are within range, yes. Yes, they are. Okay, I can move you down here. Right then. So we should begin with the rails. I usually begin with the rails because that sort of dictates my stratagem from the future then. So here we go. So we will be able to link up to Pskov this turn. Then from Pskov, do we go... where do we go? I feel we'd be better off moving along this path over here, actually. I feel like that'd be a wiser idea. So I mean, when we take a look at the rails in general, we have this rail line coming up over here to head to Veliki Luki, or however the hell you say it. Then we'll have these rails heading to Pskov, and then from there. So then if we keep them along those lines that we set out here, then we'll have a good overlap of supply in that area, which is going to be incredibly important for the posture on Moscow, and also to resupply our forces at Leningrad. Because considering the lines over here are slowly but surely being converted, it's a hell of a lot faster for those lines to be converted. We do have a port over here as well, and we will have ports open in this area. So it is much better supplied over here, which is good to know. So actually, first of all, I wanted to talk about our losses so far, and compare them to some historical statistics. So let me get my book here. So I have my book here, War Without Garlands, Operation Barbarossa, 1941 to 1942, by Robert Kershaw. A fantastic author, actually, really good historian. Right then, let's see. So there's a section here regarding rumours on the home front, compiled by the SS. Basically on the German citizenry. Rumours were temporarily allayed on the 22nd of September, when the announcement of the Eastern Campaign losses were revealed. About 86,000 had died, and almost 22,000 were missing. The figures were reasonably accurate, 87,489 dead, and 19,588 missing respectively. Conjecture had varied from 200,000 at the low end of the scale to 1 million at the worst case. The figures have in one blow, according to the official assessment, settled the uncertainty. So there we go. Although viewed as costly at first, they were eventually accepted as an inevitable expense for the harshness of the battle against Bolshevism. People temporized, claiming they were lower than World War I losses, with far greater success to show for it. Interestingly, the wounded totals were not given. They numbered 302,821. Soviet casualty figures were in any case calculated as far higher, with 1.8 million prisoners taken and reportedly 3 to 4 million dead. Right then. So we can compare our losses here then. So, Wehrmacht losses. So our losses here, we have 37,363 killed, far lower than 87,489. Captured, well, yes, only 1,715. Men disabled. So disabled would be wounded. Well, sorry, would be wounded. So only 88,000. So our losses are exponentially lower than historical, which is fantastic. We've kept a hell of a lot more of the creme de la creme of the forces that crossed the embarkation line. And that was by September, and we're still in August. We've still got time, and we're actually ahead of schedule, really, which is giving me a hell of a lot of tactical flexibility and strategic flexibility. As I'm not rushing as much, obviously I can't allow the progress of the campaign to slow down, as we will find ourselves caught by time. Right, so we must reorganize the 18th Army. It's been an urgent thing for some time now. Okay, 18th Army. 18th. We'll start by this, actually, that would be easy. So it's not as bad as it once was, but 18th suffers with 22 command points over its limit. We do have 4th Panzer Group over here. Now, 4th Panzer Group, I could assign Infantry 2, as that would allow us to free up some men. I was going to go and assign more men to 2nd Army as well, actually. But we'll take things as they come. So what we're going to do then is do the lines, as I said. Okay, to Pskov. Okay. next turn we'll have supply from Pskov, which is going to be exponentially good for us. We do have a little bit of supply here already, but this is great news. Can we see what sort of supply we have in any of these places? I don't think we'll have any concerning the fact that these aren't actual proper depots. I suppose the only major city along the line for some way would be Vilnius, which does apparently have some damage to the rail yard, though there's a good amount of supply here, which is good to know. Then down the line... Actually, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yes. We do have lines at Vilnius, but that is from another line. It's Riga that I should be looking at. Now Riga, a hell of a lot of supply there, a hell of a lot of fuel. You can really see it's become quite a large supply depot. So you can imagine if we had all of that over here at Pskov, how much of a difference that could make to our push on Moscow. And Leningrad, of course. So that's what we need to do. Okay. Now, I will move the rail lines this way. The reason being to support the panzers as well. The infantry will be supported quite easily. They're not going to move in too far, especially as we are going to be up against the Russian infantry over here. But the panzers do have a hell of a long way to move. And they have to cover a lot of ground. That's not that much ground really, but considering the state of the terrain, it's pretty horrendous. It's absolutely amazing for the defenders. We need to push them across this river. What is this? The river... Volkov? Volkov? I can't see the... I'm going to go with Volkov, yeah, the river Volkov. So we need to push them to the western side of the river Volkov. And then we can form a defensive perimeter. Okay. Right, our men are in range now again. These guys aren't. We need to get these motorized out of here and move them along here. So let's see. We must destroy these forces to begin with. Once they're destroyed, then we'll be able to move freely. So hit them hard. There we go. Those men retreated, but still 15,000. Oh, you son of a... Son of a bitch. That's not what I was hoping for. Right, your morale here is 77. $80 now, wow. That is rather high. Right, move you up over here. Ah, good, reserves. Superb. 80. 80. 90 morale here. 90 is incredibly high. But yep. Losses there, another 33,000 for the Soviets. That's good news. They're almost at 1.8 million losses now. Okay. Now, the way this is going to work is, we're not going to be able to push these divisions back. There is heavy... No, there's light woods here. Okay. That's not as good to hold, but it's decent enough. The idea here is we're going to have a light defense in the center. We're going to have basically the Battle of Cannae tactics. What I'll do then is I'll bring the Battle of Cannae up so I can show you what I mean. Okay. Let's find it. Right. This is what I'm talking about. We'll have a light force here in the center, so then the Soviets will press into us, while our flanks will remain strong. Then we'll have our panzers as the cavalry. So these tactics will be replayed over and over and over again throughout history. It's incredible when you think about it, really. But yes, we have a Battle of Cannae type situation here. So we need to cover the gaps here, but then we will form up on the flanks and push hard there. Our flanks being these forces over here from Talonin, and then our cavalry being the panzer forces over here. So let's assess the situation then, shall we? We need to get these motorized forces out of here, in all honesty. So let's form the motorized up first. Okay, form them up. Now they can move over here, which is good news. Right, only 13 due to the fact of these zona controls. Right, there we go. So we have our 2 motorized divisions now again, which is good news. They would only be able to move over there, but that's okay. They'd be able to hold that line and not be too far away from their panzer headquarters. Here we go. Only a small amount of fuel over here, so that's fine. These guys can stay fairly close and then resupply. Okay, so we do have actual divisions over here. That's good news. Let's see. We can hold the town here. I need to hold the Red Army in this position, and then I can keep them in place and allow my panzer forces to move around on their flanks. That's the idea. So let's see. I will split this up into brigades. We will take losses as we try to pull this off, but it will be worthwhile ultimately. And then I'll move you up over here. The motorized can move as well. Then the remaining forces in this area I can use as reserves to hold this line. Okay. So we're going to move up here. And now let's inspect their defensive capabilities. Overall, not very good. Novgorod is by far the most secure location. This one is a pain in the ass. It's really going to annoy me trying to get to that one. It's a good thing I didn't really try to push too recklessly, otherwise we would have found ourselves in dire trouble with all these sudden reinforcements. So yeah. We do have the Pskov pocket over here to crush as well, so that's a good thing to point out. We have these forces, we have those forces to crush too. Those ones inevitably need to be destroyed. We do have some men behind lines here. The good news is we can actually screw around with those airfields, which is okay. Yeah, the Panzer group is going to move this way. That's the way they're going to move. I could try to string around, but I don't have the ability to pocket anybody this turn. I can keep on moving the infantry armies down here north. Well, east, sorry. But yeah, we're going to move the Panzer group down here. We're going to threaten the south. We need to form this into a true pocket to cut these guys off. Otherwise, they may in fact escape. I do have cavalry, but they don't have the range. It's only really the panzers. We can spread out the Panzer group quite far and wide and try to link up. But that will come in time. Now then, we need to pick a point to break through. This one would be feasible as the weak... Actually, no, that one is by far the lightest held point of that line. The issue is, it's trying to get around that. It's not really going to happen. It's going to cost us quite a lot of men here. I could try to attack the unit itself. I could. It's a tank division. Let's see. We'll hold off, actually, because I may need to use those guys to drop fuel off in the future. Those level bombers, I mean. Let's see. We do have the river here. Do any of these forces have pioneers? No. So we could motorize these units, but it wouldn't be a good idea. We are going to go with the guys with the most morale, which would be you, the 79th Infantry Division. They don't have any pioneers at the moment. Their headquarters doesn't even have pioneers. Why does this headquarters not have pioneers? I need pioneers. God damn, I need pioneers. Right, that's why we're struggling so much over here, because we don't have the pioneers. Righto. Okay, so what we're going to do instead then is we're going to link up our forces here. And that would more than likely be the best idea. By far the best idea. Indeed. Okay, we're gonna hit them. Are you within range? Right, move them for the time being. Nah, it's not gonna work, is it? They're just not gonna be able to... Yeah, we're gonna have to just really divide this up. This command, yeah, quite far away. Okay. Good. I need to get around. I can't do... Yep, I can. Good. Okay. Going to have to try and get around. It's going to be incredibly difficult to do that, but we will make it work. I do have these forces here. Okay. Yeah, what we're going to do then is this core over here then will take possession of these troops in the south. We'll have some troops assigned to the core in the centre, and then we'll have the core in the north from Talon in take the forces over there. So we'll be able to split the 18th Army's forces up more reasonably, which is going to be much better. Right, okay. See, the 18th Army has a lot of cores. And I've had them so far away, actually, without even bloody realising it. How do I miss these things? I just seem to miss these things. God bloody damn it. I can even change their actual army command, so that's really good news. That's actually fantastic. Okay. Yeah, they don't have anything assigned to this core. Okay. Right, well that's alright then. Let's see. The difficult thing is that these forces are split up, so it's going to cost me more in administration points, which is rather annoying. I don't know if it actually does, I don't know. Possibly. Right, so we're going to have these guys assigned to L-Core. Right, L-Core. I do have 50 admin points a turn though, so that's decent enough. I should be able to pull off these things. And once they're done, so that's always a good thing. Okay, that's one division. In fact, I could probably do with moving that headquarters into a point held by our actual infantry, otherwise they might be scattered by these Soviet forces. Which we will crush in a moment. Okay, that's 2 divisions assigned over here. Indeed, I have those forces as well. Okay. Right, so we are going to have to cover this. It's a little bit of an opening. But the thing is, there was a hell of a lot of units here last time. Well, it seems as though they've fallen back, so that's fine. I should be able to cut off these cavalry fairly easily, which would be quite nice. Okay, there's a hell of a lot that needs to be done in this turn. So much to be done. It's where to start. But we'll keep on doing this up here in the north. Okay. So for the moment, we are just going to hold a front line, and then we'll identify their weaknesses and push through. I need a point at which there's no river, so I'm not losing even more men, but I need a point at where it's weak enough. It's all going to come down to these panzers, really, in the north. Well, I say that, of course we could push ourselves through here, but I'd rather not waste too many men. Right, so let's deploy our forces to be able to hold. Not that I'm expecting too much of a counterattack. Well, of course there is going to be a counterattack, but nothing too bad. At least I hope so. Right. Ah. These forces can't move, which is rather annoying. They must have been pushed away by some force, which isn't good. Right. Reserve. Then again, I can push away here, so we'll try that then. Did they really hold? Oh my god. In fact, I do need to hold that position there. Okay. You control these forces. Yeah, we're going to move this headquarters up over here then. You can go to... Actually, you can go over there then. Where's your command then? See, your command's all the way down here. That's no good at all. Okay, so we'll have these guys resigned. Okay, so it's these forces that need to go to L Corps. Those other core commands, then, I think I will have potentially signed to another army, perhaps. That might be a better situation. Right, MG34s. I thought we had 42s for a moment, then. Okay, L Corps. Okay. Okay, so the job of L Corps then is to push the flank. That's their job. Which is going to be here. Actually, stay in reserve then for the moment. Only scouted, wow. Okay. Right, we'll move you up here. Okay, so that is a lot of force. Probably hasn't made that much of a difference to the actual... yeah. But at least they're going to be more, well, better supplied. Okay, well this army could be assigned to... which army is this then? The 16th Army. 16th Army... Yeah, not doing bad actually. So we'll have you assigned to the 16th Army. 16th. There we go, 16th Army. That's 15 points, actually quite a lot. And... yeah. We'll have these guys assigned to 16th Army then. So 18th Army is going to be in charge of this front over here. And then 16th Army, along with the 2 panzer groups, will try to push around here. So that would be the best situation, I think. At least then we can have things organised and proper. Keeping everything together then. Okay, let's see. What reinforcements did we receive? A Panzer Corps, actually. Where? Those are 2 static divisions. I do have this motorized brigade, actually, which is practically, practically divisional strength. Only a few thousand men short, actually, so that is a fantastic force to actually have. I could use it to God, I need to stop saying actually. I could use it to break those defenders in Lvov, which is possible. Seems their supply is starting to dwindle a little bit. Could be potentially done. Have the security forces help as well. We do have these forces over here, so we could do that. Okay, yeah, let's see. Let's see. We do have a few howitzers here, which I will have redeployed elsewhere after. So there's not much point having them in these kinds of forces. Right, so we're going to move you guys back to Brest-Litovsk, actually. Okay, there we go. This division, of course, is not attached to anything because there's nothing really in range. Unless I have it attached to, like, OKW. We'll have it attached to OKH, and might be within range. The army group center is closer. Yeah, not the best move. Ah well. Captured the town here. Only a little bit of supply, but still we're moving up through the center just to clear it. And also to open the rails up, which is very, very important, as we need supply everywhere. So this has been a remarkably interesting turn so far. Right, from Krakow. Actually, no. No. We're going to move them all the way down here. That makes a hell of a lot more sense. Yeah, I think this is a better move. I can have them assigned to a local command. I could actually have them assigned to the Panzer Group command in the area. That's good then. I mean, if I'd have moved them to take Lvov or to help with the attack on Lvov, then they would have been delayed by many, many turns. Which ultimately does nothing for the war effort. I mean, it's a city that we practically already own. I mean, the Soviets occupy it, but yeah, they're so far behind their own lines now. Well, away from their lines. And they don't really have a choice. Right. Okay. Have this attached as well. I actually can't afford it at the moment. That's alright then. Where is your core command? Right, 10th Corps. Yep, they're in range. That's good news. Right, let's wipe these forces out. God. Damn it. Okay. I can't believe that actually worked. I suppose they were really remarkably low strength. Okay, I mean, I'd like to use these forces against these men here just to completely wipe it out this turn. Speaking of that, I might need to. I do need that rail line. Okay, we do need to clear this force here. Otherwise, we won't be able to convert these rails in the following turn. So we'll clear these men then, we'll do that. It's fantastic experience for our men too. Right, 8 morale, let's see what they can do. Still 80. Good. Awesome. Okay, there we go. So we have passed 1.8 million losses. We're almost at 1.9 million losses for the Soviets. That's fantastic. Though only 179,000 of their men have been killed, we have captured 1.4 million, however. 271,000 have been wounded. They did gain back 6,129 this turn, but we gained 3,066, which is pretty decent considering that the German manpower wasn't that good. Well, wasn't as anywhere near enormous as the Soviet manpower pool, of course, so that's good for us. But yeah, we're looking decent now. Finished off those pockets there, which is going to give us all that flexibility in this following turn. That, and we can convert these rails and keep on moving. The most important thing is to keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. We can't slow down, we can't hold back. Okay, we must... let's see... Let's do some more reconnaissance if I can. Yeah, we need to break through here. Absolutely need to break through. Okay. Goddamn. Right, ideally I need to push somebody out of the way here. That would be the easier one to do, so I'll go for that then. Right. We're going to open this up. I'm going to open this up because we might be able to potentially pocket these forces. It's... Then again. I need to use the panzers to break through here. I need to be able to get to this hex here. We're not going to make much progress here, but this is what must be done. If I can pocket these men here, then that opens this up. This blows the way open past Ilman. Otherwise, we are going to get stuck in this drudgery. Right, so this must be done. It simply must be. We do have a lot of men here. We do have a lot of power. Right. Good. At least these forces are organized, which is what I'd like. So I can move my panzer headquarters over here. Okay. Let's move you. Let's move that back for the moment. Righto. So what do we have here? We have flame panzers, heavy howitzers, artillery, howitzers. Yep, let's see. Can I add anything else? K-18 gun battalion. I'll hold that for the moment. Righty. Okay. I think I'll use this Panzer Division. 266 tanks. It's actually the one with the most armor. Right, so we have lost about 20 medium tanks. About 11 light tanks. Some medium, self-propelled. Yeah, so we have taken some losses ultimately. Though not terribly, not terribly. We're about 87% strength on our medium tanks, so our panzers, well, our panzer threes. Possibly fours if we have any. So not too terribly bad. We're actually over strength. No, we actually are over strength then in light tanks. That's interesting. I wonder if those are captured tanks as well. So we have some Panzer 38Es. We have some Panzer 38Es. We do have some Panzer 4Es and Cs. Not many of those. Okay. So the vast majority is the Panzer 38s. These captured Czechoslovakian tanks. Okay. These ones are awesome. Love the Panzer 4s. Is it counted as a heavy or a medium? It's counted as a close support tank. Okay. Righto, let's inspect the other Panzer divisions. Yeah, much the same layout. I wonder if any of these panzer groups will have any French tanks represented. That was the thing, really, on the Eve of Barbarossa. You had, what was it 9 or 11 panzer divisions that were broken up into, like, 19 panzer divisions? But the thing is, these panzer divisions were nowhere near as strong as they once were. They were basically divided into multiple forms. Well, into multiple forces, which diminished their strength, but obviously it helped to increase their tactical flexibility, but yeah, obviously their strength was much diminished. Now, whether they would have been more effective as a single unit, more than likely. But it's one of those things, isn't it? Okay. So we'll move this force over here then. Though they'd only have 3, so I don't think they'd be able to open it up. Let's try the motorized. They might be able to do it. Yeah. Might is probably not going to work. We are going to have to use this Panzer Division too. A lot of force concentrated here, but we must be able to punch through. Okay. Right. Okay, this is superb. So we can get through then. That's absolutely amazing. I can't actually underestimate how important that is. That little effort there. That one little effort has really opened the door now. It's incredible. It's going to just cause so much misery for the Soviets. The key objectives here along our path towards Lake Ladoga is these rail lines. We must cut these rail lines. If we can cut them, then we can cut off complete reinforcement from Leningrad. We must do this. We must squeeze Leningrad and annihilate it. These forces out in the field, the defenders of Leningrad, the glorious defenders of Leningrad, will be pushed aside and torn asunder by our glorious armed forces. The weather is clear, we have the imperative, we have the motive, we must do this. Yes, you can see here, Soviet losses are really remarkable at this stage. I don't know if this is actually, I don't know, it's not bad, it's pretty decent, I think. Considering that they are at 3.9 million losses, well, 3.9 million active and ready men, where usually they are well above 400,000. So if we can keep these losses going, we can really hurt them. I can still inflict some more losses on the Soviets yet, which is good news. Not as many as I would hope, only cavalry rifle, and motorized, but that's still a big thing. And now if we take a look at their losses here, they've again lost 608 armoured fighter vehicles. Their losses have surpassed 10,000 in armoured fighter vehicles, 3,000 here, 21,000 here. Yeah, they're losing a lot of men. Our losses are really decent. Okay, now then. This is actually fairly decent as well, considering the fact that we need to get a lot of fuel into our forces here. This is actually a really nice tactical slowdown, as it honestly allows us to get the supply in here, which is superb, in all honesty. And then the following turn, we'll be able to move the rail lines up. So by the time we're actually making our move over here, the rail line is not going to be far. So that means we're going to be able to get fuel in there each and every turn. My god, this is going to be glorious. I mean, let's take a look at our supply details here. So supply details, distance, range to rail is 12, MP to rail is 18, which is not that far. It's not far at all. So if we consider here that the rails are just there, and then the turn after will be over here, turn after be able to get that, and then probably be able to end our turn here. Yeah, not going to be far at all. Okay. So I think we'll keep our panzer forces here, potentially for the time. Maybe. Maybe. Right, we'll take these positions here then. What is the morale? Morale is 87. I can push these forces back. I hope I can. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we're going to occupy that position. Stop them from taking it. That may not work, actually. Didn't mean to move the actual second. Oh, god damn it. Right, fine, we'll leave it as it is. No, can't. Okay, guess we're gonna have to then. That's really bloody annoying. Fine. That was my mistake there. Okay. So move that force there. Right, move this division here. Okay, that's really, really hurting their defensive values. That's not good at all. Okay. Okay. Right, we're going to use these forces here. I'm going to try and knock these guys back. Probably should have done that to begin with, honestly. Okay, that could have gone better, but obviously the issue is the sheer amount of men in this area. Okay. Right, actually we only have 4 points here. Right, still out of supply. Right, we will have to fly some supplies over here, actually. I think that would allow them to hold. So let's see. Air transport. Send one group of transports with the fighter escorts. Let's see. Do they need fuel or supply? Fuel, it seems. They're good on ammunition, they're okay on supply. Yeah, fuel. We need fuel in both of these forces. I think that could potentially help them. Right, so fuel. Fly. Okay, 25 got through. Right. That should be higher. I'm confused by that. Are you kidding me? On flight is all that can be managed? Apparently so. That's rather annoying. So that didn't go as well as I wanted it to. At all. Oh. Oh. Hmm. Well, then again, maybe there is a silver lining. Maybe we can break them. Okay. Right, that's good enough. That might be good enough. It legitimately may be. It's a shame that these forces are going to be out of supply, but honestly I couldn't manage it. These zone controls here are really difficult. And this is what I was talking about when I said we wouldn't be moving far at all this turn with these forces. But the most important thing has been achieved. Okay. Okay, if we move our forces over here, we might be able to go to reserve. Oh, we can actually. Right, let's move these men. What do we have here? We do have pioneers. And we do have a hell of a lot actually in here. That's a lot of support. Jesus Christ, it is. It's an incredibly well-supported force. This city. We might be able to drive them out. Never mind. Yep. The city falls. So we have opened the way up over here then. At least we potentially have opened the way up. That is exceptionally good news. So we need to make the most of it. which, frankly, it's going to be difficult. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get enough fuel into these guys. And frankly, I might do a HQ build-up, depending on the situation that develops. It really is going to be one of those times where it might be a case of that. We do have the infantry over here to push through. That's what we need, the infantry. We do have these forces here. Can't have them assigned to anything at the moment. I do have these other forces as well. Now, where do these reinforcements want to go? I feel like the north is going to be the strongest case for the reinforcement, just for the fact that we are going to have to try to hold Leningrad. That is the objective for 1941 Leningrad, so yes, I will go for Leningrad. I would like to send them to the south, but I do have an exceptional amount of force in the south, including the Romanian forces there and Hungarian and Slovakian. We do have AGC and AGS that do have the potential to link up in the future, and the resistance here is far less than it is in the north. I mean, you see the resistance here in the north. You can see here. It's actually fairly light overall, really, so far. Which is really good to see. Right, these armies over here need to move up. This army, yeah, it just needs to move up, complete the front line, and then we can move. Keep it moving solidly. We are closing in on Moscow, surprisingly. I don't think we'll be able to take it in 1941, though if we do get close, I will try as much as possible. If we'd been able to keep this open here, we might have been able to move even deeper, and that would have been absolutely insane. But things happened the way they do. Okay. So we might hold this, and if I can hold this, and I can destroy these 3 infantry divisions there in the following turn, which is going to allow us to move around Lake Ilmen, and ultimately compromise these positions here, because this is a thing. Okay, I was going to say I was hoping that these would be all airfields, but they're not airfields. In fact, there's not many airfields over here in Leningrad. The vast majority of their air force is down here in the far south. Yeah, it's a lot of air power. Though we will try to make this into a true pocket. That's good. Odessa is cut off. It's going to take time to break that down, though I might just have to go for the assault on it, in all honesty, considering the huge, colossal amount of supply there, yeah, so I think we are going to have to try and assault Odessa until it does fall. We will be able to outnumber the defenders fairly easily. It's just the obvious city is going to be a pain in the ass to take, and will cost many Romanians. But this is for final victory. Okay. Of course, I need to move these guys up. I need to be ready to exploit this in the following turn. Whatever may come. Can I... No, I can't drive this cavalry back. That's a shame. Right, let's form this up. I can move over here and go to reserve. Yeah. This is the important thing to bear in mind. We have practically... No, we actually do have two full panzer groups in this area here. That is a hell of a lot of panzers. As indeed, a lot of panzers. So let's see, we have 3rd and 4th panzer group in this area. So let's compare, let's see how many men that actually is. So let's see, panzer group. Okay, yep, so we have 3rd and 4th panzer. Now, 3rd and 4th aren't actually the largest. They're actually among the smallest in terms of armored fighting vehicles at the moment. But yeah, you can see here, 3rd Panzer Group, 149,000 men, 4th Panzer Group, 142,000 men, armored fighting vehicles. So we have 1,169 plus 919, so that's 2,088 tanks, and they are led by Hof and Hopner. As a nice looking general there. General Oberst Erich Hopner. Which is over here. Right. Yeah, this is going to be great. to be honest, I can supply the 18th Army from Pskov remarkably well. I could even have 18th Army perhaps over here, but without the rail lines it's not going to work as well. Okay. So before we call this session to an end, what I am going to do then is I'm going to move up the rest of the rail and get that going. Now then, I do have a choice here. Do I go for Vitebsk or do I go for Velaluki? We're going to go for Luki. Okay, Poltosk. There we go. Can't really go as far, but we have those lines converted. And then here. Okay, shame we can't move any further, but that's still decent. That's 4. What I can expect. Mostly. Yeah, the forces of AGS are going to be fairly well supplied. Or at least they're going to find supply in a much better situation. That's remarkably far. Yep, there we go. It's going to work out really well for both the infantry armies and the panzer group down here, just for the fact that they're fairly goddamn close. And if we'd been following the normal rail route, yeah, it would have been difficult. It just really doesn't help you, but this central rail path is actually really quite decent. Fairly short, in all honesty. Okay. Before we end the episode, we'll take care of these men. Surrendered. Oh, goddammit. There we go. Okay. Is there anything else I can take out? Could try to launch an assault over here. Maybe I'll be able to break through. Maybe. Oh, it did! Wow! Yeah, they were much diminished. But those Lvov finally captured. Yeah, 222. Actually, fairly sizable. Well done. We can finally move on. This is excellent. That's irritating. Is there still something over here? Yep. Goddamn mountain troops. Ugh. But the good news is we have wiped out those forces. We do have these men down here to wipe out, so I'll use the remaining forces actually. Though, yeah, we'll use these actual infantry divisions. That's made the job significantly harder. Probably should have taken the city first. Yeah, I should have taken the city first. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, well that backfired on me quite heavily. That's what I get for trying to rush. But either way, we still have a few forces to take out. God damn. Okay then, so we'll call the total then, for the time being then. This is irritating. It is very irritating with the supply situation over there, but there's not much I can really do. We did get some supply. Well, yeah, they're okay on supply. We did get a little bit of fuel in there too, so at least they'll have some fun. But currently, as of this point in turn 9, the Soviets have lost 1.94. So 1 million, almost 2 million losses now. Exceptional. They've lost a further 1,418 armoured fighting vehicles, a further 320 self-propelled and armoured cars, almost 2,000 more guns this turn. Yeah, their losses have really been quite high. So they've lost almost 200,000 men in this turn. That is a lot of men. So destroyed 29, which is pretty good actually. It's higher than the average about... Yeah, the average seems to be about 20 odd. This was a good turn, but this was our best turn. Turn 8 was incredible in terms of destroying forces. But yeah, that's good. Got armor, motorized infantry, lots of things. The Red Army has lost 598 planes. So ultimately their numbers are suffering. We've lost about 30,000 men. That really has hurt the Soviets then, considering the fact that they had a bunch of reinforcements as well. Their armoured strength is collapsing. I mean, what was it before the, well, at the start of the war, something like 15,000? We're taking them down to 8,000, now to 7,000. Really going quite nicely. 4,655 planes. Though we are at 2,774, we do need more. I'd like to see... Right, Germany. I'd like to see the captured. Panzer IVs. Right. First date is March. So in March we'll have them with the 75 KWK-40 L43 gun. Can't wait to have those guns. Incredibly good tanks. Okay. So, captured. We have 180 T-26s of the 1937 variant. The M931 variant isn't that great. We have captured 121 M941 T-34s. A few T-28s. T-28s being a little interesting little tanks. Only 3 yet. Sorry, only 3 T-35s. A good number of KV-1s though. 31 KV-1s, 15 KV-2s. These are very good tanks. Very good tanks. I can't wait to see where... or what I can do with them, actually. Okay. Then I'll let you guys see the rest here. Let's see... Still only 3 203s, 10 107mm field guns. I think these are quite rare. They will be quite useful to have. Lots of anti-tank guns. These anti-tank guns are going to come in real handy. I believe it is October. I think after October, we will be able to start using these pieces of equipment, which is going to be awesome. Can't wait to put them to use. But yes, turn 9 is not over. We've only really moved about this section here and the Finnish armies. We need to move the rest of these men here, and then of course the rest of army group south. So, potentially could move quite far. I would like to strike towards Kharkov to end the T-34 production there. It's a long way to Stalingrad. It's a long way to Stalingrad. I'm not going to be there in any time soon. Kursk. Yeah. This objective first. It's a great milestone, so that's good news. The Soviets are becoming increasingly light on the ground here. So if we can break the rails here, that's going to be quite nice. Ideally... Yeah, Kharkov. Kharkov really is a huge rail center there. That's actually a massive rail hub. They do have these other rails, but Kharkov is a major one. Indeed. I can't wait until one of these two is out, and then we can actually play and actually have logistics working. That's going to be incredible. Can't wait for that. Okay, so I think we are going to call it a close here then. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. Do let me know what you think down in the comments, and do let me know what you think regarding advice on strategic depth and where we should go. And of course, I have decided to keep on doing this. Thank you to all of you who are my patrons, and if you do feel that I've earned your support, then please, if you only have $1 a month, that would be incredible. To become one of my patrons, it really allows me to do a hell of a lot of things and to keep this going. It's it's one of those hobbies where it does cost you a hell of a lot. Bloody headset, but it's a great headset. But yes, thank you once more, guys. I hope to see you all again soon, and have a great day, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Goodbye for now.